Wait, what happened? How'd that get there? Why is that even there? Oh, wait. I'll give you a minute. I'll let you figure it out. Come on. Yes, you can. Figure it out. JK18, XJ81X. They did one washer, they did another washer, they did a this, they did a that. Wait, is this a... what? Is this a third washing machine? Yes, it is. But why do you stop? What do you, yada yada yada. If you watch JK18's channel, you realize that after taking the tub, excuse me, the tub out, one of the flaps down here, see the little plastic flap, ended up hitting the frame. And what happened with that is that just put a little crack, stress crack in it. Doesn't matter if it was hot or cold, maybe it just moved it too much, who cares. We also tried to shimmy the tub out, which is never a good idea. So I went on Facebook Marketplace, my local area. Very, very short version. This was $20. Wait, but what's broken? The guy says it doesn't pump. Well, it pumps. You know, I'll take it apart. I'll take a look. You know, I'll clean the pump maybe. I'll take a couple of pictures of what it used to look like. Maybe I'll try to flip it. I don't need it. And I don't have the room for it. And the timer's different. The water level's different. It's a single this, it's a that. This cleans up. This is not a big deal. This is a one-way agitation, Jay said. Well, now Jay says it's free because it's a one-way. The tub is gray. The only thing I would ever salvage is to see if this tub fits my tub downstairs, but then right away, the dispenser doesn't have a hole because Jay said that it's a newer model, but it's technically a lower option model. So, screw it. So I'll come back and forth here and there. Might as well practice. And I'm not going to try to flip it the way it is. I'm going to take pictures of it now, but then I'm going to try to flip it for maybe 60 bucks. So maybe I make 40, someone picks it up, who cares? Pieces on the floor, pieces over there. Oh look, White Claw. Okay. Took the water out, took the plastic piece ring out, exposed the tub and all its disgusting glory, and took the spanner nut out, and right away it's a totally different tub. It has these weird plastic things that are clogged with stuff, so it's probably a defect. So let's see if this pulls right out. JK18, you're not going to believe this. Slid right out. I'm not even joking. Slid right out. That's not normal. No, I'm serious. Slid right out. Obviously I'm missing the plastic piece and some of the stuff. That I might be able to keep in there, but we'll shoot it up. Yeah. Definitely dirty. Let's see what this is. No lint thing on the bottom. Has the holes, but no lint thing. And these are just dirty holes. So we'll clean everything. And we're going to resell it because that's totally different with no lint trap. This is different with no bleach dispenser. And let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, why not? Why would it actually work? Because it's not mine. That's why. That's why this is working, because it's not mine. I'm going to actually pull all this stuff so we could drain everything. There'd be a reason why it didn't spin. Because this was outside. One, this fucking disgusting little human bone, probably killed little children, was in the motor. The motor sits like this because of the whatever. It was like this. So, not that it would have prevented it, but also look at the bugs and the tritus. Like, that prevents things. It spins, it's dirty, and not saying that it stopped doing its job, but what I am saying is that it could have prevented from doing its job. Pulling this away so when I hose this all off, look, here's a bug. When I hose this all off, this is going to be clean as a whistle. So we're going to get in here. Let me show you what this disgusting mess looks like right now. And let me show you what it looks like when Joe is done. Well, everything is washed. The motor is not attended to yet because it's dry. I got this little water thing here as clean as I can. There's little nipples on top here. I didn't want to break it, but it's clean. That's about as clean as it's gonna get. Those are the outer stuff. That's clean. Pump seems to be working, so that's clean. If anybody wants to see a part number on this, that would be that. Pump is definitely yellowed inside, which is odd, but maybe they were dirty people. Tub ring, or washer, or nut, whatever the hell. Again, brought to you by Trulia. We cleaned this. I cleaned it. Try to get in there with all the stuff. Really not going to touch this. This is plumbing stuff. Let this dry outside. It's beautiful out. There's the rubber ring. Here's the top. Definitely better than what it was. And here what the tub end result looks like. Look at that frame. Inside of the tub has like different levels, but it's all fine. It's just white. The shaft is nice and clean. The back is clean. I didn't do this yet. Everything looks nice and clean. Yeah, my frame really cleaned up. The bugs are gone. There were spiders and all sorts of garbage. Clean. Hose I'm just going to keep for testing. And as soon as I clean the motor, we'll put it back together and run that through. So here's the undercarriage of this whore. Transmission's rusty because it's probably in a basement without any dehumidifier or a lot of leakage. Obviously the hoses go into the drain. This is keyed for the motor. I'm going to put the motor in. Just wanted to show everybody how nice and clean this is. Unfortunately I cannot do anything about the rust. Here's the clutch. We're not touching anything. We're not dropping anything. Here's a spring. Here's another spring. Here's the harness for the basket. Everything has been in the sun. I couldn't imagine doing this in the winter because there's no sun. Everything's dry. I'm in the shade. I'm creating a shadow. This is about as clean as it could get. I cleaned the knobs. I'll show you in a minute. This is wet underneath. Here's the side of the transmission. Plastic piece popped down. There's another spring. There's a nice shot. So let's put the motor back. Sometimes it's nice to put it back the same way. So, oops, sorry. There we go. Now I'm going to need two hands for this. So basically you take this, figure out that orientation in conjunction with that orientation. Make sure the motor goes back on with the key. Make sure the circuitry is on the right. And then it takes a 1/4 socket for the top screw and the bottom screw after you put those brackets in. Now we're going to put the tubes on the pump. I found out it was easier to put the hoses on before the clamps. There's a stop here and then there's a stop on the back. We put those on first. The shaft is also keyed with the pump. Yes, it does sit crooked because it sits in these dimples. There's 4 dimples. And then the same thing as the engine, but without the screws, motor, transmission, whatever, is they go in 90 and then they clip. So now let's bring these 2 brackets back down. Alright, the best way is to try to orientation. The best way is to try to put them kind of where they were. You'll see the indentations. Those will be the first thing that drip. Obviously we're going to do a run up outside. Next, you should put on the water filler. 2 tabs in the back. That's good. The hose. And we'll chooch this. Put the brackets, plastic piece back on. And we'll do the plastic tub ring. I jumped the gun. Let's put the spanner nut in. It's keyed. There's a section here and a section here. You bring it down. When it's keyed, you just kind of let's turn it around. It's not oiled. I hit it with a little bit of a hammer, and now the tub goes in. The tub goes in, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and then the spanner nut goes on. Oh, that's so cute how that goes on. Yeah. You're gonna need one of these bastards. But you kind of have to hold the frame with your feet and just give it a whirl until it's tight. And now you hit it with the hammer. Now you hit it with a hammer, or you refer back to the video to see how low it goes on the shaft. And it shouldn't gyrate. Now we could put the white tub ring on. Look how pretty that is. Now, look how clean it is too. It's amazing if you have the time or the ability, or even if it's in your basement. You don't really have to get crazy, but you should do what I did because it just makes it so much better. Again, no agitator dogs. So this one's for JK18. I say put it on the shaft, put it on the shaft. Nope, sits down, and then we get the 7/16 bolt. Tighten the 7/16 bolt down. Get your generic cap because there's no name on it. Doesn't matter how it goes in. Spin it in. Now, because of the tubes and the this and that, bada bing, bada boom, we're going to put this thing over there. Well, here you go. It's not back together. I'll put it back together in a little bit. But here she is in its glory. All nice and clean. Please stick around for a separate video of actually running this and turning it on and making sure I put the timer in the right orientation. Gonna wrap it up. It's gonna be ready to either use, sell, or whatever. Everything's all in. Everything looks great. Now we get to put the lid on. In order to put that, you see that this is higher than the sides. The bottom sits underneath and the sides just rest. A couple of these tabs were bent out, but we got it. Make sure these plastic things are free. Make sure they're high. We'll have to put this in a second. Just want to show you these tabs. That tab goes there. That tab goes there. This is oriented the same way. Just click. That's it. Now the best way to install this is to lift this with both hands. And it goes like that. Just you can't mess it up. It's missing a couple of tabs. Push it in, down. Perfect. In 2 Phillips. That's it. Phillips screw here. Makes it flush there. Off camera, this was broken, so I crazy glued it there. These are self-orienting. Orienting. Let's see. Just kind of click, click. Just kind of click, click. I'll try to maybe hit this with the Mr. Clean, but we might be on there. There we go. That wraps it up. Facebook Marketplace, $20. Hit like, hit subscribe.